Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to the Push to Pass F1 podcast. This is the final preview show of the year. We've just come off the back of a pretty interesting Qatar Grand Prix, it's quite safe to say. I'm joined once again, as always, by Mr. Reef Parker. How are you doing, buddy?
I am good, mate. Excited to talk about last weekend and what to expect this weekend.
Nothing. We're going to call the race off. I've seen about 30 people reckon we need Michael Massey and Latifi back.
What, just to recreate 2021?
Yeah, run it back. So if you haven't missed, I think you predicted Lando to win the title last weekend, didn't you?
I might have done. I can't remember. I think I did, yeah.
You predicted, and I predicted to go to Abu Dhabi. We are going to Abu Dhabi with a three-way fight. I'm correct in saying Max is 12 back from Lando and Oscar's
8
back from Max?
No, it's 306 to 294.
So Oscar is on 392.
That's it.
Max is on 396 and Lando's on 408.
Right.
So Oscar is 16 behind, Max is 12.
Cool.
Which isn't actually that big of a gap when you think about it. We haven't had a title fight this close in terms of number of drivers since 2010.
Yeah, which is horrible for the sport, really, isn't it? If you think about it. But it's not had more than 3 people challenge in 15 years.
I can't remember the last time pre-Abu Dhabi 21 that we've had it go down this far.
It doesn't happen that often, does it, really?
Do you reckon this scenario is better than Abu Dhabi 2021?
No.
No, I don't think that'll ever be topped.
I think it can be topped, but it would take some doing. It's just like we said we wouldn't go on tangents, but it's just a shame how that one ended. But
yeah, right. Let's get into the proceedings of things and how McLaren might genuinely have thrown away the most slam dunk world title of all time.
Yeah, let's do it.
104 points at the summer break. Now it's 12.
Yeah, it's a crazy comeback. In fairness, I've got to say.
Zach Brown came out and basically said he'd rather them lose to Max than lose to each other.
That's mental. I think I wouldn't be surprised if after next year they just bin him off. Cause
can you bin off a CEO?
I think you could make it so.
The board would probably have to vote him out, wouldn't it?
It's possible, but I just think, what a clown. I wouldn't say he's the sole reason why it's all come undone, but he's definitely played a huge part, especially in Oscar Piastri's confidence.
It's his fall off is something which doesn't sit right with me.
Well, I just think even Qatar, he was so good, so fastest by a mile.
He slam dunk should have won that race, 100%.
Yeah, he was fastest by a mile, fastest all weekend. Should have had a perfect weekend. And the strategy call was made. The only thing we can be thankful for is it fell badly for both of them.
Yeah, if it fell badly for just one of them, it would have been the end of the world.
Yeah.
But it also would have been quite funny if it fell the way of Lando. And then we probably would have gone in like level on points.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because, right, I was literally just before we pressed recording this, I was thinking this in my head. Surely it's a better scenario if one of the McLarens win it in terms of a McLaren point of view, because you can sort of soften the blow. Even if Oscar wins it from this far back, you can sort of say, well, he led for most of the season.
Well, I can't believe this is even like a talking point. You'd think that'd be obvious. Like, obviously, it's better for McLaren if a McLaren wins.
Yeah, but then there's also an argument in my head that I think it will do them good if Max wins for next year, where they go, we cannot do that again.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Just because I think they'll still be the best car next year, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd back them or probably Mercedes early.
So I think for Piastri, because I think Piastri's out of it now. I can't see him winning it personally. So this will do him the world of good, because I think it'll open his eyes to how cutthroat this business is, and I think he'll become a better driver from this. But I can't see like if Max wins it all, how can McLaren go? Oh, but at least they didn't take each other out. Like you've lost the title, and you should have won it at a landslide.
Well, Max came out this week and said if I was in the car, I would have won it like months ago.
And you can't really argue that.
No, but then Lando decided to chirp back and be like, I think he's got. I can't remember. I think he said like he's got a lot of knowledge about stuff, and he's valid to have his opinion on stuff, but this isn't one of them. And I was like, he's won 4 world titles, mate.
I mean, what else was Lando supposed to say? Because if you agree, then
he's had a bit of an interesting media weekend. Did you see him and George?
No.
So in the media pen after, I want to say qualifying. It's after one of the quali sessions, either sprint or the actual qualifying session. Him and George are doing an interview next to each other, and George basically said to him, I've been told that you said like I'm the reason your lap pretty much didn't happen or like didn't go the way it was. And he was like, no, like who's told you that? And they were like, all the media have said it. And he's like, I can't believe you're believing the media over me. It's like I wouldn't have put you as that person. And George was like, well, no, it just sounds like something you'd say.
So he's just tried gaslighting him and be like, I wouldn't say that.
I'd never do it.
And then George was like, yeah, but you would.
You 100% do it. Yeah, it's just McLaren did. They've dropped the ball.
Sorry.
If we're coming from that weekend, and they haven't got a 1-2 and or sealed both championships,
I think you can put it down. If they don't win a World Drivers' Championship this year, you could put this season down as a not a failure but a collapse. It's
100% a collapse from that midpoint.
But at the end of the day, people never remember context. So no matter what, if they can win it this year, if Lando can win it, if Oscar can win it, in 6 months' time when the new season's on, no one will remember that Max nearly got there. It will be just that McLaren won, and that's what they'll be thinking probably.
I think they'll just want to do everything to get it over the line, won't they?
And I think they will.
I don't.
Do you not?
No, I'm 100%. Like it's in my mind, I'm fully convinced Max has already won it.
Wow.
My belief of Lando not being able to sustain pressure. This is the most important race of his career, and we've never seen Lando in this position, have we?
No, but 12 points is a lot of points. He could race like crap and still finish in. Like, I'm saying I'm not expecting Lando to go win this weekend. I don't think he'll be at the front. But what's he got to finish? Sixth or below?
I will double check now. F1 Instagram. Because they put it out. I'm pretty sure Max basically has to win and then hopes everything else goes his way. Because everyone's put every... is it on you? Your multi-slide one? No. Oh. Breaking news of 3 minutes ago. Isaac Hadjar to Red Bull and Lawson and Lindblad at Racing Bulls.
Nice. Poor Yuki.
Oh, bless him.
I wonder what he'll do, because...
IndyCar.
You think it'll be IndyCar, do you?
Yeah, they'll try and appease that market, I think.
No offence to any IndyCar watchers who listen to this, but to me that's just admitting defeat and you're never getting back in F1.
Oh, 100%. If he's smart, he would probably try and say to Red Bull, hey...
Test driver.
Yeah. Test driver me for a year, and then...
I mean, I respect that he prioritises racing, like he wants the seat time.
Oh, 100%.
But you're just signing your death stamp going to IndyCar.
You can't really say to him, like you can't expect him to now, because the only other seat available is Alpine.
Yeah.
And he's not going to do that, is he?
Well, to be honest, I think an Alpine F1 seat is better than an IndyCar seat.
I just more mean, would he take that year of probably being at the back?
I think he would. I think he should. I mean, I don't know if that's an option. Because I don't think that's bad for Alpine either.
I think it's good for Alpine, because then I think eventually they can... Because in my opinion, that team clearly doesn't want to be an F1 anymore, does it?
Nah, I think we're due another rebrand soon enough.
Hey, if Honda want to come back, they've got a driver.
And that's the thing. Like, it holds a lot of weight.
VCARB to... No, not VCARB. Hydra to VCARB.
To Red Bull.
Yep, that one.
I think, what was it? About 8 rounds in, everyone was like, yeah, that'll happen. I think you were big on that.
It's been the worst kept secret. I'm big against it because I've seen these Red Bull rookies and...
Yeah. I mean, when they say that, you were big on that happening.
Oh yeah, it was.
Whereas...
I think ever since Lawson got dropped and Hajar picked up like a string of results, people went, yeah, you'll get in.
But to be honest, I was hoping that they wouldn't, because they're just repeating the same mistake that they have done for the last 4 or 5 drivers. But, they're doing it again. I don't think he's ready. I don't think he'll be particularly successful. I just hope that they give him the time, but they probably won't, because they'll see Lindblad, and Lindblad will probably do quite well because he's a good talent, and then they'll rush him.
My only thinking is I think Red Bull might have a bit of an off year next year.
Do you think?
I think they might be in like the Ferrari sort of position, if you get me. Without
the idiots.
Yeah, without the interesting people who run the team. But like I think they'll be that fourth sort of team which is clear of the midfield.
Yeah.
So he'll sort of have more like ground to grow and more. They won't be so cutthroat with him.
Well, you hope so, because I do think Hajar is a talent for the future. Like a firm, maybe not title challenger, but definitely that second guy.
Oh yeah, he is like he's Red Bull's Mark Webber regen.
Yeah, well, you could see him getting those sorts of results. Race wins, podiums. So I hope they give him time.
Something else I saw. We'll go on to, before we go on to driver ratings, just another quick thing. Leonardo Fornaroli won the F2 World Championship.
He did.
He has been picked up by McLaren.
He has, yeah.
As part of their driver program.
And Richard Verschoor.
If he gets anywhere near Formula One, I would cry.
He'll get tests, won't he?
Yeah.
Because I think he's a paid
Cian
driver.
Cian Shields is having a test this weekend.
That's mental.
He's in Aston's. I think he's in Alonso's car. Apparently as well, Piastri's not driving an FP1 this weekend.
He's not.
That is mental.
But he chose that. Apparently the drivers are given the choice when they want.
Yeah, I think they are, but I think surely they would have gone like the halfway point of the season and probably gone, should we maybe do it like Mexico or something?
Well, you'd think so, but maybe they can't change it. I don't know how it works, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it'll be that important, because track conditions, I imagine, are going to stay the same across the whole weekend.
Yeah, and it's only FP1.
It's a bit different in other series, but if F1 isn't the end of the world.
If this was the last weekend and he was doing it while it was the only practice session, then it'd be like completely different. But it's FP1. No one really pays any major attention, do they?
I think it'll be fun. I actually think Piastri will be the quickest this weekend.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what happened last. Didn't Lando win last year?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, because Max and Oscar had it coming together, and you put out a very angry tweet.
Yeah.
The tweet. Yeah, so I think that I'm glad Fornaroli's been picked up by McLaren. I'm assuming they're gonna try and put him in as like a test reserve driver, and then maybe try to get him a seat for 27.
Well, and we'd have said, that's off the cards. They've got their partnership locked for life. But if you ask me today, I think first opportunity he gets, Oscar Piastri will be out of there.
I was literally just about to say I think they're also sort of, because they lost Dunn, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I think that was sort of their, if Oscar does jump ship, we can just throw it at him. But I think they've now, with Fornaroli coming in, I think they've also sort of covered that basis, because I think that might well happen.
I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if in his head he's already out of there.
Hey, wait till our 2027 driver lineup predictions in the off season. I'm trying to think about the news this weekend. I had something in my head, but now I can't remember it. What was I going to say? The Irish government are trying to help fund Alex Dunn to get into F1, which was something weird I saw, but quite interesting.
I like that.
Because they basically said, like, we haven't had an F1 driver in years, and he's like, I think they called him like a world-class talent, which...
They called him generational, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's yet to be seen, but I like him. I think he's a character, and he's a bit mental.
I think he's fast enough. He's rapid. Definitely gave himself a good account this year in F2.
Has he been picked up by anyone?
No, I think he's on his own still.
Alex Dunn. Because he's still in F2. So I'm assuming he's going to do another year of F2, which is probably the smart idea.
But he's only done 1 year, so I think.
Yeah, he is still without a academy. I think big teams will be keeping an eye on him.
I think so.
Because I'm trying to think, in terms of the top teams now, like McLaren have got Fornaroli, but no one really else. Ferrari obviously have Behrman, who they're in a strong position with. So and if they needed to, they've got the pull of someone else. Red Bull, they've got Lindblad in V Carb, and they've got Solov coming to F2, who's meant to be quite.
Ajar's young, and Lawson's young.
They're just a young team, aren't they?
Yeah.
Have Mercedes got any juniors apart from Kimi?
See, Kimi's in there, and then is Luke Brown in a Mercedes, or is he Williams?
He's Williams, isn't he?
And I'm not quite sure we'll ever see Luke Brown in an F1 car.
No, I think he screams to me of Callum a lot.
Yeah, same energy. I agree.
That just sort of, they'll always finish second or third, and then they'll go driving like IndyCar. No, that's F1 Academy. I want your driver academy. Expand the junior program.
Do you know that thing we said where we weren't going on a tangent?
We're definitely going on a tangent. No, we'll do this. We'll wrap it up. Yeah, Mercedes don't have one. Drive ratings, right. The sprint, nothing happened, so we're not going to rate them.
We're going to take a vow of silence and a protest on that sprint race.
A sprint race on a track which you can't overtake on should never have happened. Someone also made quite a good point that Qatar is probably one hairpin away from being a really good track.
I don't know. I do think you need to change quite a bit, just for cars, because I said before, bikes around there is so good. It's just it's too flat for an F1 car. There's no camber or anything, so they can just rail it.
Yeah, there's no like, even at a track like a Bahrain, which is like desert, or even like an Abu Dhabi, there's altitude gain in it, even if it's marginal.
It's just way too. It's like Scalextric, isn't it? that is literally what it's like.
Do you know what? I've never had a more accurate representation. Have you seen the size of the gravel there?
Yeah.
I think that isn't that because of the bikes.
It's to slow the bikes down, but they also complain a lot because it pings at you and it hurts.
I'm not surprised. It's like the size of in my microphone. Top 10 in the Grand Prix. P10, Yuki Tsunoda. P9, Liam Lawson. P8, Charles Leclerc. P4, no, that's P7. P7, Fernando Alonso. P6, George Russell. P5, Kimi Antonelli. 4th, Norris. 3rd, Sainz. 2nd, Piastri. 1st, Max Verstappen. So, let's start in P10 with Yuki Tsunoda, who is no longer an F1 driver as of next weekend.
That's so sad. I'm actually gutted about that.
I'm sad, but not surprised.
I think he out-qualified Max in the sprint quali.
Yeah, because everyone had this mad plan that they've given him a mental setup so he can just kill both McLarens.
That would have been hilarious. as a parting gift. But, I don't know. Talk to me about it. What do you think?
In the sprint, he dropped like an absolute stone, and then in the actual race, he only got in because of a penalty for Ocon. Was it Ocon or Behrman? One of them. No, I think it was Ocon. Basically, he served like 3 penalties in a row because there was like it was Behrman. I think Behrman got a 10-second stop go and then was investigated for not taking that stop go correctly. And I think Ocon got done for jumping the start as well, so he would have probably finished like 12th.
He did get points, so
yeah. You can have a 6.
5.
Liam Lawson, Mr. V-Carb himself.
I like Liam Lawson a lot, I've decided.
Do you know what's mental? Going back to when we first started this podcast, he would have never been your picked out of the 2 to stay, would he?
No, but I mean, you could call this lying, but I don't think it is. I think you'd have asked me at the time, I would still have had faith in Liam Lawson. I didn't think he was a bad driver when he got dropped.
No, I think it was just very cutthroat. One word answer, is the Red Bull V-Carb decision the correct one? Yes or no?
No.
I'm going to agree.
I don't know. It's not a one-word answer, but I'll go with no.
Okay, we'll do it individually. Hajar to Red Bull.
No.
No. Lawson stay in, yes.
Yeah.
And Lindblad to VCARB.
No.
On the fence for me, because I think he should have done an extra year in F2.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you say that Hadjar to Red Bull, no, but then Lindblad to VCARB, yes, that leaves there's gaps. Obviously,
I think they would have been better off doing keeping Lawson and Hadjar, and then getting like I don't even know, like a Daniel Ricciardo or something. Bring it back.
You've not just said that. No.
No, that was the only joke. I was going to say bring back Checo or Bottas, but they both going to Cadillac.
I don't know what you'd do. I mean, I agree. Like, get a kind of established name in there, but who do you get?
The only one, in my opinion, you could tempt is Alonso, just for a year.
You know what? I'd actually love to see that.
He really wants out of that Aston, doesn't he?
It's such a shame for Alonso because I think eventually that Aston Martin's going to be good, and Alonso's basically too old. He's going to miss out.
Another thing about that, Lawrence Stroll has confirmed Horner's not going to Aston Martin.
He did, yeah. I think Horner might have been. I think he's blacklisted from F1.
Yeah, because that happens, doesn't it, Mr. Flavio?
Well, yeah, you say that is true. Maybe one day he'll resurface, but I don't think he's going to get a job anytime soon.
Nah, I reckon you'll try going to a different series. I reckon you'll try have like a WEC team or something.
Just get him on Sky.
No.
He'd be good at it, though.
I think he would. Imagine a commentary team of like him and Jenson Button and Jacques Villeneuve.
Danica Patrick.
Whoa. Lawson, I'll give him a 7.
Yeah.
Charles Leclerc, P8.
Pants, innit? It's just that red tractor. I don't want to talk about it. It's ruining my GOAT's legacy.
Also a bit of insider for the listeners. We had this discussion in university the other day. We and Reef are both fully convinced Lewis Hamilton might genuinely retire next season.
I think he's done now. I think he's gone.
Oh, yeah. That Ferrari is so bad.
Awful.
Did you see how many times Charles went off?
Yeah, it's just a complete tractor. Charles Leclerc wasting his career is a travesty.
I'm gonna go with a 5 because I don't think it's clearly not his fault.
Not his fault, but you can only judge what's in front of you. So
yeah, P7 Fernando Alonso. He had a very good weekend.
Yeah, I think that Aston's going to take an upturn as well. From now on, I can just see him just to the moon.
You've just said they're going to take an upturn. We've got one race left.
Yeah, but over the winter as well. Winter and then into next season.
You'd hope so. Otherwise, they're going to have Williams syndrome where every year they're going to get better and then they don't.
Yeah, true. No, but I do think this is the worst you'll see them in a while.
Yeah. Fernando's literally called his car possessed.
Right.
No, I just think overall he was very... This is the Fernando we had of 2023, wasn't it? Where he'd always be in about that best of the rest sort of territory. Which I know he wasn't because Yuki is also awful. But I will go with an 8 out of 10.
I think it's just a flat 7. It's fair.
7 for 7. George Russell really wasn't happy.
No, why? Why is that?
He just clearly didn't have any pace compared to Kimi.
Which is a bit weird, that.
Because realistically, Kimi should have probably finished 4th, maybe 3rd. But he decided to pull over and let Lando through. That's another conversation for another
I forgot we didn't talk about that, did we?
Yeah, because we don't need to, because Red Bull have already apologised and it definitely didn't happen. It definitely wasn't like...
He quite clearly just lost the back end. Like, you watch the video...
Yeah, and also if any Max Verstappen fans complain, please remember the time where Max literally used to have another team moving out of the way for him. Yeah, I just think Mercedes in general... Well, George had decent pace in qualifying, and am I correct in saying in the sprint as well? Would he finish in the sprint? In the sprint he finished 2nd. So overall, his weekend was decent, but then for some reason in race... Also, I've got a bone to pick with this too mandatory. You can only do 25 laps on a tyre.
Yeah.
Why are we making F1 more safe in a track which has about 8 million miles of runoff?
Honestly, I don't even know. What? Why is that a thing? 25 laps.
It's because they don't the tires can't sustain because pretty much because what they've done is chosen F1 cars to go to a bike track where they can perform a lot quicker than bikes and gone, these tires ain't gonna cut it, man.
What, the deg's too much?
I'm gonna assume so, but in the end it ultimately wasn't because Max was able to like pretty much match Oscar's pace on brand new tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just bone to pick. Yeah, the Merc in George's hand is just not. It just didn't look good.
Say like a 6 is pretty disappointing.
Yeah, I don't think it's dreadful because realistically, a 6th is probably the minimum of their expectations.
Yeah.
And also, I think I'm right in saying he got held up in the safety car when everyone decided to pit. Because I think that's how Carlos in 3rd got up there. Because there was like loads of teams having to let each other through. I'll go with a 6. It's just middle of the road, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
B5, Kimi Antonelli.
He seemed quick.
He seemed good. It was almost 3 podiums in 3 weekends.
Yeah, it's been a really nice end to the season for him. Like I said, if he could string together this nice ending, then it'd have been the perfect rookie season for him, and went exactly to how you would expect.
Yeah, he's a good little lad. Good little.
I think he's getting there.
I thought he was going to say something completely different.
I think he's getting there.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a talent for the future. But it's good that he's sort of proved why they put so much like effort into him for this year. Because remember in like Zandvoort time, there was genuine conversations about him being replaced for next year.
Yeah, that was Ralph Schumacher, wasn't it? And was like, he's not ready.
But also never listen to anything Ralph Schumacher says.
Yeah, he's just twisted, isn't he? He's just not. He's not very nice.
I'll give Kimi a 7.5.
I think you've been a bit harsher.
No, I think if he would have held 4th, it definitely would have been like an 8.5.
I think an 8's a nice number.
Okay. P4, Lando Norris. In terms of what he did, he didn't do much wrong.
No, I think he was at the pace he was at. It was just the strategy, wasn't it?
But also he was crying like a baby because he wanted the team to practically drive the car for him. Basically, Lando wanted a lot of more help than you'd probably expect of someone trying to fight for a world championship. But overall, I think it was a steady weekend.
Maybe he just wanted some reassurance. Just tell me how to drive the car, boys.
Sorry,
what happens? What happens if like at the start of this race this weekend, and he's obviously nervous, and he just freezes, and he's like, "I can't do it, I can't," and he just
take it off.
He's in the pit. Take it off. I can't.
What would you do if he stalls her on the line?
Oh my god! Imagine it would blow up.
Remember Hajar did it last year?
Yeah.
In a F2.
Oh my god!
This is why I'm like fully convinced Max is going to win, because we say that as a joke, but there's every possibility that genuinely happens.
Is it of the clip, and someone smashes it into the wall, and instead of like getting out, they just start bashing their steering wheel. Because you can imagine like he's going to have a full on like tantrum fit.
Seb did it when he crashed in Germany.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
And you literally just stand there just battering.
Yeah. But you can imagine him, he'll get off and he'll go into the gravel. He'll just start like rolling around, kicking the gravel.
Remember the photo of him when he was in karting and he's just sat there in the gravel trap with his helmet off? Oh, the memes people would make out of that would be incredible, but I generally think he would retire.
It'd be like the new George Russell one, you know, when he smashed it up in, was it Azerbaijan? On the safety car.
Oh, yeah.
And he's on the side, like, crying.
Yeah. Lando, interesting. Sort of steady weekend. Got absolutely walked over by his teammate, but I think that was more Oscar just being very good.
In fairness, I think he did. Obviously, he could have got the job done this weekend, but
it's not the end of the world that he didn't.
He was just steady. I think it was fair.
I'll go with a 6.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Carlos Sainz.
Unreal.
I'm going with a 10.
Was it first Williams driver to have two podiums?
He's got more podiums this year than Ferrari.
That's outrageous. That is outrageous. Considering the start that Sainz had to the season as well, when he was like couldn't even string a result together.
That's actually, you've brought that up. That's actually an interesting point. I saw someone has said he's had a phenomenal season.
He's not.
I was going to say, would you say it's phenomenal, or would you say it's like your typical sort of midfield season, but just with a very much better sort of scorecard?
I wouldn't say it's a typical midfield season.
No, I mean in the sense of like it's had a lot of up and downs.
It's definitely a lot of up and downs, and definitely more downs than ups. I think phenomenal is definitely the wrong word to use for a season. Because what was it, like the first 6 or 7 rounds, he was just diabolical.
If you ever wanted to play push to pass bingo, listen to an episode towards the start, probably up until about the summer break, and you will listen. And I guarantee you, in about 9 out of 10 episodes, there'll be one of us saying, if he gets a good result, he'll go on a good run.
So true. We did used to say that all the time. Because I think it's true to a degree.
Yeah.
Because he has picked it up since that first podium.
I'm trying to see like the sort of string of results he's had. Can you do that on here? No, I do not care about his biography. Why can't you check a driver's individual finishes? Boring. Yeah, he's just very much had like... Oh, wait, no, you can. Where's Carlos Sainz? Where's S? Carlos Sainz. Yeah, so he's finished. He had a DNF in Australia, then he finished 10th in China, 14th in Japan, DNF in Bahrain. Then he went 8th, 9th, 8th, 10th. Then 14th, 10th did not start. 12th, 18th, 14th, 13th, 11th. And then 3rd, 10th, DNF, 13th, 5th, 3rd.
It's all over the place, isn't it? But at the end of the day, he's only 9 points off Albon, who you'd say has had a great year.
Yeah, and I'd say we'd pretty much all guaranteed say Albon's had like a pretty extraordinary year. Albon hasn't had a podium this year. Am I right in saying that?
No, he's not.
No, he's only finished. The highest he's finished, I think.
And I'm going to say something controversial. But
here we go.
Well, you've just said yourself, and I'd agree, and I think everyone would agree, Albon's had a great year. But this separates the good drivers from like the really good drivers, because we'd say that this has been a bad year for Carlos Sainz and a good year for Albon, and there's only 9 points to separate them in a car that Carlos has only got in this year.
Yeah, I think it's that, and we have probably a lot higher expectations from Carlos. And I think that was genuinely the expectations coming into the year, wasn't it? People were expecting him to literally walk over Albon.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there was a 50-50 split. Some people were like, yeah. And then Albon fans are almost creating like the false narrative that people were writing him off. And I don't think that many people were.
No, I think people expected him to beat him, but I think people exaggerated the gap by a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving him a 10. P2, Oscar Piastri. I'm going to put out there and say it's a 9.5 out of 10.
I was going to say the same thing.
You can't. He got screwed over by his team.
He did. I don't think that was anything to do with him. And you think about all the pressure and the anger and everything he's probably thinking about. And he had one thing to do, and that was win. And he would have done that.
Yeah, even to the point where he called his own strategy at the end and was like, just let me try and chase him and see what happens. Yeah, I don't think you can say much more about it. It was just, he had a very good weekend individually, but was let down massively.
I'm really glad he had this weekend, because if he'd had another sort of like 3rd, 4th, 5th weekend, 1, he'd be out of the title picture, and 2, it'd have just kind of let it all down, like he'd have fully collapsed. Like this way, you know that he went down fighting.
Even if, right, say come the end of Abu Dhabi, if either Max or Lando win it, and as long as Oscar, in my opinion, is within 15 sort of points, like as long as you're within a podium sort of scoring, I think you can still turn around and say, yeah, like, even though I did have a bit of a drop off, I still probably had I'd give it my absolute best. You can't really go to him, when you finished 15 points off, you were nowhere near it.
No, and it only takes a couple of results to go a different way, and it would be a different story. So, yeah. In Oscar, we trust.
In Oscar, we very much do trust when he drives for Red Bull in 2 years. P1, Max Verstappen.
That boy.
Oh.
He's done it.
He's done it again.
He's done it.
It made me laugh. Did you see the Sky F1 graphic on Instagram?
Which
The one of Lando with his spotlight.
Yeah.
And they were like, this time tomorrow, Lando could be a world champion. And literally, as soon as it finished, they were like, okay, Max still could win.
I think that's what everyone's thinking, though. I think everyone's like, yeah, but Max. Like, I think people want to celebrate Lando because you're a British driver and it's all great. But then it's Max. I think loads of people just respect him. Like, the respect for Max is just different.
Oh yeah, if this was like, I don't know, hypothetically, if this was a George Russell, right? And I'm not saying George would be able to go on this sort of run, but say if George had this comeback now, when you're coming into this last race of the season, I think people then would still go, him and Lando are quite evenly matched. You'd probably still give it to, like, if you'd probably still back the person in form. But even with Max, when he came in, it was literally like 104 points, and it went down to like 90, and people were like, he still could. And then it just slowly, quickly became, no, he is like fully going to do it.
Yeah.
And I think it is very much on. Where do you reckon that puts him if he does do it?
What, as in all time?
Yeah.
5-time world champion. And
five-time world champion, cutting the biggest gap.
Yeah, it's big. I don't know. I mean, I think on my list he'd probably still stay fourth. But I think Senna, the things that Senna did in the era that he did will never be replicated because they can't be.
No.
But so it's hard to match them up. But the legacy that Senna left is always so weighted. Like in the debate, he'd basically have to be better than Hamilton and Schumacher for me to move Senna, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he'd have to be the best in order to move up, I think.
Yeah.
That's a off-season idea, because we've spoke about that before, haven't we?
Yeah.
We did our top 5, but I don't think we actually went into it. But we can do that. Max, I am going to give him his sprint qualifying was quite bad, and his sprint wasn't the best. I'll give him a 9.
I think a 9's fair, not to copy you, but he got the result he needed. So
I just really wished Lando did not get P4, because I think that would make this even better.
What would the points be then? Would it be 10?
10, which would mean Lando has to finish on the podium.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Because it's 10 points from third to first, isn't it?
And that would have been really good.
Do you know what would be even better? And it'd be completely unprofessional and completely Michael Massey of them, but for them to go so we're filming this on Tuesday. Imagine on Thursday they go dropped bombshell. This is now a sprint race.
You wouldn't want a sprint. Would you want a sprint? I don't know. I mean, it gives more.
I'd want a sprint if they went back to the old format of where you finish, where you qualify.
God knows why they don't still do that.
Because if you did that, then even if one of them has a problem, like if Oscar has a problem and he starts at the back, then it's like a completely different thing than if they start 1, 2, 3 and just chase each other all race. Which I feel like with Abu Dhabi, it could potentially happen. Speaking of Abu Dhabi, let's go on to it. The final round of the season, the last review we will be next weekend of the 2025 season. Overall, I think it has been a very good season.
I mean, I'll speak more about it next week. But it's been a good season, but there's a few asterisks over it.
I think we called it good on track, but not good racing, didn't we?
Yeah,
in terms of the stuff we've had.
You'll look back on paper and you'll think, wow, what a great season. But then if you watched it all, then you actually think, yeah, there's plenty of things that could have been changed to make it better.
And we've had plenty of rants about the racing this year. Are you a fan of Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, I like Abu Dhabi.
Imagine if this was at Interlagos. What we've been robbed of. Interlagos should always be the season finale, in my opinion.
I agree, yeah, I do agree, but
it won't change.
It doesn't make me like Abu Dhabi any less. I still like the track. I still think it's fine.
I when I say that, I think Abu Dhabi still is the probably second best option, because it's always seen as that royalty race in it.
Yeah, there is prestige. There's prestige over it,
and it's sort of built up that expectation. It's it's quite nice how it's a dusk race, isn't it? So I quite like it, but the new version of the track is a lot better than that old version used to be dreadful.
It has got better since the adaptation, but I always say it's got a tunnel for the pit lane. That just makes it good. That just makes it good.
Any track with a tunnel is unreal.
It is just class.
So let's do some predictions. Give me your top 3 for qualifying.
Oh, this could go so many ways. That's the thing. Driving with pressure. No. Oof. I think
this is where a driver properly earns their money.
Yeah. I think I did say earlier in the podcast, so I'll keep with it. I think Oscar will be the quickest. That doesn't mean that he's going to win because obviously strategy, but I think Oscar will be the quickest. So I'll go Oscar P1. I'll go Max P2. And not unfortunately because it's him, but just because it's boring, I'll put Lando P3.
I mean, you've pretty much just nicked mine, just in different order. I'm going to go P3 Oscar, P2 Lando, P1 Max. I just think more than anything, the form Max is in. He's probably driving the best we've ever seen Max in terms of his consistency, his just outright how quick he is. And I just don't think he'll drop that, probably the most important moment.
I think out of all of them, you expect him to be the most comfortable with laying it on the line, just because of an experience thing.
I also think realistically he has nothing to lose.
No, and I think in his mind that will be the case as well. Obviously, he does have something to lose because he's still well within the fight. But I think it makes a difference when you've got 4 already.
It also makes a difference when you've been the chaser all season. So like if he comes to it and Lando wins it by like 3, he can be like, if we had a better car at the start of the season, it probably would have been different. But like that's if buts and maybes. If he was in, say, if it was switched and he had been in like Oscar's position, we'd led like pretty much half the season, and then he had that absolute catastrophe towards the end, and then he crashes out in Abu Dhabi or something, then it's completely different where you say, well, he's thrown away a title. Max has an effect. If Max doesn't win, he hasn't lost anything, sort of, because he's never led the championship.
This season's done his PR wonders, I think. The amount of people that have changed their minds on him.
Yeah, I think people are seeing him now as more of a complete champion rather than just, I'm going to win, whether you like or not.
I think people have just seen him now from a talent who had the best car to just an absolute animal.
Oh yeah, I think people are going to will look back on this season and change their opinions on him. The race.
I mean, it's hard to predict.
It's so hard to call.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to look stupid either way, I think, because you never know what's going to happen. Because just yellow flags, anything, safety car, just changes everything.
Let's do top 3 and champion.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go third. I'll go with George. Second, I'm going to go Oscar. And first, I'm going to go Max.
But Lando Norris loses the title.
And I'm backing Max to win the world title.
So if Oscar finishes second and Norris is 4th, what's the points difference there? Norris would still keep second, wouldn't he?
25, 18, 15, 12. 12, 16. They'd be level.
Oh, wow.
I think. Let me just double check. 20. So if Oscar finishes second, he gets 18. So that'll take him up to 410 points. Yeah, they'd go level. And even on countback, I think they're level as well. I think they've both got 7 each.
Yeah. Wow. I think George... I don't think George will be quick.
Mate, I have no one else to put third.
That's true, because like you can't throw a Ferrari.
I can't say a Ferrari.
Yeah. It's fair enough.
Unless you're going to get like a... I don't know, like... Unless we have the same as last week where we have like a Williams quick, or if Fernando gets a podium or something.
I'm going to go with an Oscar Piastri win.
Mm.
And Max Verstappen P2. and a Lando Norris P3. I'm going to keep it the same.
So you think Lando wins it all?
I do. I think Lando will win it all. I just think 12 points for one race is too much. Just because the part of the problem is I don't think the midfield are quite quick enough.
Yeah.
If there was I don't know, because the V-carbs could be up there. I don't know. I genuinely don't know, but I'm going to go with Lando Norris to win the world title.
My prediction on Max winning it is more on my belief of Lando throwing it. I think it won't take like a Mercedes or a V-carb, a Haas, whatever, to be outrageously quick. I'll just think they'll need to be quicker than a mistake-ridden Lando. Which, as someone who isn't the biggest fan of Lando off track, isn't the biggest fan of Lando in the way he like conducts himself and everything like that, and like his fan base and everything. From someone who likes Lando as a driver, I do hope, if anyone, I'd like all three of them to win it. I don't have a preference over who sort of comes away with it, but for Lando's sake, in terms of the rest of his career, I do sort of hope he gets it over the line. Because otherwise he'll always have that in the back of his mind, won't he?
I think it'd wreck him. I can't see him being the one to like use it as fuel and bounce back.
No.
I think it'd destroy him.
Whereas I'd see Oscar as the opposite.
Yeah,
I see Oscar as he'll see it as I've had my year. I've had it for whatever circumstances. It hasn't gone my way. Next year, it pretty much has to.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
What was I going to say? I needed one final thing. Now my brain's gone dead. That was what I was going to say. So, hypothetical situation that's been passed around the world. If Max is leading, someone else is second, Oscar's third, and Lando is fourth, Oscar isn't going to catch the person in second. Do you think Oscar moves out the way?
Yeah.
I think he would. I think Oscar as a person would.
Yeah, I do think he will. Just because he'll have to. I think the team will make it so that he has to. I think he knows he has to. I don't think he'll want to, though.
No, I think it'll definitely be like, I'll do it this time, but next season, like, it doesn't get to this point again.
I think next season it'll be all out. So I think it'll be walls up, my team, your team.
Someone said that. I saw a thing of that on TikTok. Someone was like, all the mechanics working on Lando's car, but no one's working on Oscar's. I was like, you realise they do have different mechanics, don't you? Yeah. I'm of the same opinion. I think Oscar as a human would have the decency to go, I can't win it, I'd rather you. I'd rather the team be able to say we've done both. Because I think ultimately that also, it'll hide the fact of Oscar not winning it a bit.
Yeah. Because it'll almost be a bit like you needed me to win.
Yeah,
it'll be a one-up.
McLaren are such PR demons where they'll go, hey, these papaya rules, man, they worked.
Yeah, that is true. The only thing is, I forgot what I was going to say. So
nice.
Yeah. Class insight.
Yeah. Go on, tell us more.
I had a really good point as well.
Do you want to think?
Do
you reckon they do it the other way around?
Yeah.
But would that even happen?
No, it wouldn't be possible.
No, it wouldn't.
Because of the points gap, it wouldn't.
There was another situation where someone moved like a position, and it was like Oscar. Well, they had like one position closer, and it was like, do you reckon they would just genuinely move out the way for each other? I think they will. Max wouldn't, because Max is like, I'm winning everything, and I hate everyone.
Yeah, I think he's just like, you can cry about me whenever you want, but I'm winning.
But yeah, this time next week we will know after 24 race reviews and a million predictions, which none of them have probably come right.
How many episodes? 36?
Oh, good question. I think so, because we used to do them as 2 episodes a week until we realised that was really hard. Push to pass. So this will be episode 37. So 38 episodes later.
That's impressive. I'm proud of us.
Hey, just a quick shout out to everyone. The last 4 videos have all done very good in terms of your support, so it is very much appreciated.
Thank you.
But also subscribe, because everyone seems to watch our videos and not subscribe to us. Yeah, we've officially uploaded 97 videos.
Pass to the moon.
But that's shorts and stuff. But that is all we have time for on our penultimate episode of the Push to Pass F1 podcast for 2025 season. If you've enjoyed this season as much as we have and are looking forward to Abu Dhabi, make sure to let us know your predictions down in the comments below. If you are listening on Spotify, don't forget to drop us a 5-star rating and a follow. It's hugely appreciated. And if you're watching on YouTube, give us a like, give us a subscribe. As always, it is hugely, hugely appreciated by both of us. I have been Max.
I've been Reef.
And this has been the Push to Pass F1 podcast.